call all of you later on, but welcome everybody. I'm very excited to be here. This will be a new version of the new distributor orientation. And this is very powerful because this is not just a theory. This is a guide, a very practical guide to build your business here as a distributor. We want you all to be successful. And there is a note down here that you are the CEO of your own network. I want you to say that. I am the CEO of my own network. That is the mindset. As I start this, that will be your mindset, and the intention as a CEO is to grow your company, to grow your network. So the new Distributor's Global Business Guide is very practical. This is a combination of a lot of modules that we've been doing and using for many, many years. And basically, this is the module that we've been using for our teams all over the world. So I want you to really listen as carefully, as intently as you can. Go to a corner that you can hear my voice without any distraction. If you can do that, put on your headphones because it's going to be a blast here today. All right. Now, let's start. Your job here in this business as a CEO are basically these 4 S's in multi-level marketing. Remember, this is the 4 S's and this is your task. Your first task is to be able to sell. You should know how to sell, all right? And not just selling. A lot of people, in fact, 85% are users and 15% or a little more are sellers based on the statistics here in Prive International. Only a few that really sponsor, around 1 or 2, 3% are sponsoring within the entire members of Prive International, all right? Sponsoring is like breathing here in this kind of business. And as you sponsored, bring all those, assets, those people that you know that you want to be part in this company that you're building called network. You got to know how to service them. So number 3 is to be able to service your downlines. You serve them as simple as encoding. Teach them how to encode, logistics, encoding the back office, maintenance, all those little things, details. Servicing them will do a lot to the growth of your network. And number 4, there is what we call sustaining. This is the most important part here for you to create momentum and sustainability in your team, in your network, in your business. And we call that training or sustaining. So you are the CEO. Say it to yourself. I am the CEO of my business. So your role is to do these 4 S's. And the result is simple. You're going to have a lot of teams. Your teams should be global teams. You got to start imagining, I'm going to have a team in the Philippines. I'm going to have teams in Africa, teams in Europe. I'm going to have teams all over the world in America. That is the intention. This is your business. And as you grow your asset, what is asset? Money coming into your account. This is the asset. This is the business. You grow them by doing this 4 S's. Now, right strategy is very important. Again, I said, it's all about intention. Oh yeah, intention. What is that, Nathan? At the very start of you doing this business, the intention is to find your 8 committed leaders with a deep why. Again, find your 8 committed leaders. We call them builders. And the system is you get 3 accounts. And then you duplicate that system. You get 3 accounts, 1, 2, 3. This is a suggestion. You can have 1. It doesn't really matter. But minimum requirement, if you are serious to do this business, doing this business, you got to get 3 accounts. Invest in these packages. Later, I'm going to show you more of these accounts and duplicate the system. To whom? To your 8 active leaders. So what is the goal? The goal is to find until you find, you get, you create, you attract the 8 active. When I say active, doing the business, They are the CEO of their own network. That is the intention. That is the strategy. And as you do that, all right, it is gonna be a rocket ship. I'm telling you, your business is gonna skyrocket. You're gonna get a lot of great financial breakthroughs as you go along, because this is the only way for you to grow your business here in Prive International. Now, the question is, what are these 8 right leaders? What are the qualities of these 8 leaders? Well, number 1, the reason for you to identify that they are the right leaders is, number 1, they have a deep why. There is this book that says it's not the how, but the why. Why is why important? It's not just really the how, the skills, because why is the fuel. This is where commitment comes. So the why has to be deep. It goes beyond just doing it because we've got the greatest product in the world. The why, it's because this guy wants to change his life, wants to change other lives, wants to impact many lives, wants to impact his family. The deeper the why, the bigger the commitment. Number 2 quality, this leader must be teachable. We've got great leaders, but some of them, they fail to have the good learning attitude. This is important. As we always say, before you earn, there is letter L. That is called learn. Before earning, you got to learn. Number 3, the quality is they make things happen. When they say, I commit, I'll do this business, immediately you know that this is the right person, because immediately this guy starts calling people, sharing the iTeraCare. The excitement is to the roof. Number 4, this guy is a winner in attitude, finisher, goal getter. And next one, make sure that that leader is a team player, not a solo player. We've got a lot of solo players in multi-level marketing. They don't, right, last. They just keep coming, and then they go out and they come again. They don't vibe with a lot of people. So if you are not a team player, if you find this kind of people, I'm going to give you a suggestion later, all right? They can shift, of course, but it's good to get those with the team player spirit. And last one, they use and duplicate the system. This is the system. This is the iElite system. And to be able to duplicate this is very important, because the program gives you the results. And this type of leaders are what we call carnivorous. They are not herbivorous, or the herbivorous plant-eating animals. What's the difference between the two, Nathan? Carnivorous, when they're hungry, because these guys are hungry, they hunt for their food. They hunt. They're like, they don't stand there. They don't stay in one place. They go around. They're goal-getters. The herbivorous, when they are hungry, what do? Like cows, goats. When they're hungry, they just bow their heads, and they just eat the grass around them. That's not the kind of leaders that we want. We want those that chase their dreams, the carnivorous type, all right? Now, there are 3 types of leaders that you will meet in this kind of business. Number 1, and you will find a lot of them, they are called the salesman. I mean, they can sell good. We've got a lot of these leaders. I mean, a lot of distributors here in our network. In the Philippines, I've seen a lot of them in Europe, a lot of them in America. I mean, they can sell online, they can talk, they are good salesmen. They can introduce a product, and they are performance oriented. They can give you volumes. They also do training, like the mastery of the basic training. What are these trainings? They know how to explain terahertz. They know how to talk about the products, even the marketing plan, but they don't do training. They simply just speak, and that's all. There's no building taking place. They are called salesmen. So if you have this type of leader, I want you to focus only 5 to 10% of your time. Don't try to push them. They just want to sell. And don't push them away. Hey, you're not a builder. I'm not going to give my time to you. No, they're part of your network, of your business. Remember, these are assets. And if they choose to be a salesman, just let them be, support them, but don't focus your time training and mentoring them because they are just on that first level as a salesman. We've got the second type, which is very exciting. There is what we call good builder. What is a good builder? Well, start building the asset, building the network. It introduces the product. They master the basic training. Some of them can do new distributors orientation. They can do training. All right. They spot leaders. They bring in leaders very fast. They act with urgency. They build for leaders. Some of them, they have left and right and they stop. That's all. All right. This is good, but don't focus much of your time to them. Give them 15 or 20% of your time. Push them. Encourage them. These are great leaders, good builders. But again, don't focus much of your time. You just push them. You just encourage them because the building stage is that they are content in such a time that when they start earning, all right, they don't want to run with you. They're just, content with just earning left and right, probably 3 accounts, 2 accounts, and that's all. They are called good builders. Now we've got the third one. And this is what separates them from the rest. They are what we call the strong builders. Now, what are the strong builders? They introduce the opportunity. They master the basic. That is a done deal for them. But what separates them is they're able to teach, train, and empower their 8 leaders until 3 levels deep. Not just their direct downlines or direct sponsored leaders. They go second, third, even to the 4th level. They do the training, they go extra mile, and they know how to spot leaders. They run with these leaders. They know how to bring these leaders to their team. So this type of leaders, they know how to create core teams, and they have a system. They know how to build teams, and when they act with velocity. This is the type of leader you must attract into your business. Focus 25 to 50% of your time. Build a strong relationship with them because these are the leaders that will give you, a great explosion of your network. All right? Is this clear? Now, how do we start this? Nathan, the intention is to get 8 active leaders and builders. Where do you start? Now, this is new distributors orientation. You start with your top 40 list. This is what we call contact list, or we call this the prospects. Right. And we always say here in the Philippines, even to our team, it was 90% to the global market, only 10% in the Philippines, because there's a lot of Filipinos outside the Philippines. And a lot of these Filipinos, they have contacts of this. And you don't know, somewhere along the line, you're going to get a builder there. So focus 90% to the global market, especially today because of the internet. Now, where do you get this 40 man? I'm going to talk about the man later, MAN. All right. You get them from your Facebook friends. You have 5,000 probably friends in Facebook. You get them from your cell phones, your contact list. And what do? You start sharing videos, testimonies, and you do 5, minimum every single day. If you start this business and you do this every single day, send to 5 people, send pictures and photos and videos, start sharing about this amazing iTeraCare. Now, as you earn, you also learn at the same time. How do you earn and learn at the same time? Well, you start mastering this basic module or basic 4 or skills here in this business. Number 1, you master by listening to the Zoom or YouTube, master the product presentation. All right. Master the business plan. Good. Number 3, you master why multi-level marketing. This is not the other type of profession like you have a boss. You are the boss. You are the CEO. You got to understand how this system works, how this program works. Where do you get this? We all have this available in the YouTube. And number 4, you also need to map navigating your back office and encoding. So this 4th stuff, you need to master this. You want to speed up your business? Master these 4 skills, these 4 modules. All right. As you go along, this mastery of knowledge, the products, the business plan in back office, this will propel you to become an effective builder and distributor of Prive International. As you master that, as you're earning at the same time, you must understand that you gotta have the right structure as a builder. Remember what I've shown you a while ago. This is very important. When you sign up, I suggest you get at least 3 accounts. This is called the triangle account. This is very smart, and this will propel you and prepare you to earn a lot of money, a lot of income with the same effort compared if you have 1 against 3. Same effort, but here, if you have 3 accounts, you got 3 times the income. 3 accounts has a lot of potential. All right. If you don't have 3, it's fine. Some of you have 5 and 7 is good, but 3 for me is perfect. Now, once you got the 3 accounts, what do you do to your leaders? They just signed in. This is what we do. This is the system. Remember, you have 3. Your downline got 3 also. So what you do is you show this guy how to encode or register their first account. All right. So you register, you let the person watch you, and the second and the third account, you let your downline or your sponsor do the encoding while you are watching. So at this moment, at the very beginning, this new guy in your team starts to learn how to do back office encoding, which is very powerful. Now, this is the right structure. Some of the uplines, they have different types of ideas and strategies, but this is my strategy. Remember, I encourage you to get 3 accounts. If you can, make it diamond, silver, and silver, if you can. But if you start with none of the diamond, it's fine. You can start with silver, silver, and silver. And the idea is to work on your left side. Work on your second account, left side. Work on your third account, left side, and you go down. As simple as that. There will be an in-depth explanation about this. Those of you who are new here in this business, this is very powerful, and this is what we teach our leaders. Remember, your first account is a diamond. Eventually, why? You want your first account to max out. Remember, you want your first account to max out. And your first account is the sponsor of your second and third account. And it's also the sponsor of your direct leaders. Why? You want your first account to be the crown ambassador. You want to prepare this account to become the crown ambassador. So your idea here is to support your direct leaders. Remember, supporting them using what? A system. Using what? A program, a strategy, duplication. You are a strong builder. Your role is to train them, service them. And as you go along, you're going to see your network exploding. Now, next one. You got to create your own social media page. As a new distributor, we encourage you to create your own fan page, and it's free. By this, you are creating an awareness all over the world. We've got thousands and thousands probably of a lot of this Facebook pages, and we've got Instagram and TikTok. These are all free. Why do we need to create this? Again, this is to brand. You are the brand, not just the iTeraCare. You become the brand. Some of you, you have your own website. We encourage you to do that, but make sure you get the right contents, all right? Create your own social media page. This is free. Now, next one. Those new distributors, we encourage them to follow our groups and pages. Now, we want you to follow this one. This is from the USA group. They have the Frequency One testimonial group. We encourage our leaders to join them because they've got a lot of great testimonies here. The One support. You can also join or follow my own Facebook page, Terahertz Therapy and Quantum Technology. You can follow, of course, you must follow the Prive International official Facebook page. You can also follow the Prive International Philippines. And we've got a lot of pages, like we have Australia, probably we've got Poland. You follow this because they have a lot of great content. Some of them, they post a lot of great testimonies. You can extract them. You can share them. By this, we are creating awareness, and consciousness. And so you have your new leaders, your new downline, you add them to this groups and pages. We want them to be in the loop. That's the idea. A new leader, a new distributor must get into the system by participating our group chat and pages. Now, this is a very important thing also. As a leader, your job, part of your servicing, is to create your own iTeraCare group chats. I've got a lot of iTeraCare group chats in my Messenger. I've got a lot in my Telegram. I've got a lot in my WhatsApp. Create this and create your own group chats for your direct sponsor. Now, remember, if you have 8 active, you got to have 8 iTeraCare group chats. You can send your materials there, information. I suggest you separate them. If you might have a core, you can do that. It's your call. But if you can separate 8 different group chats, you can also tell them to include you with their own group chat so you can support them by sending updates and materials if you have your training and so on and so forth. This is very, very important. Again, create your own group chats. The idea is a new distributor must get into the system. Now, you should also create your own personal archives for your reference. I have my own Google Drives, my iCloud. You can use OneDrive. What are these archives? This is called libraries of different materials like photos, videos. We have a lot of available even in the iElite website. You just extract them, put them in one storage, probably in your laptop, in your phones. I've got a lot of photos, albums in my phones. I've got all those good testimonies. So if I have someone with me beside me on the plane, I can immediately open my phone and show a lot of these testimonies. And I can also send a lot of these videos from my phones. I've got a lot of them in my Google Drive. I send them to all my leaders. So remember, this is part of growing your business. You got to have your own private archives for references. Now, let's talk about the income producing activity. How do I get my 8 active leaders, Nathan? That is the goal. Yes, you follow the simple steps of income producing activities. There are 6 of them, and we're going to talk to them. We're going to talk about this one by one. All right. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Master this, follow this step by step. And if you get 3, you do it again. You get 4, you do it again until you get your 8 active leaders. Just follow the formula until you get your 8 active builders. What is number 1? Goal setting. Now, you discuss this with your sponsor and upline. What is a goal setting? You can have daily goals, can have weekly goals, bi-weekly goals, and monthly goals. We also have quarterly goals. What are these goals? Now, as a startup, as a new distributor, your goal is to call and sponsor X amount of people every day or share to at least 5. My goal, if you're a starter, my goal for you is to call and share at least 5 new contacts every day. That is daily goal. All right. And part of your goal is to also target a specific income for the next 1 month. How much income do we go? Again, if you have a clear, specific goal and you own it, what you conceive in your mind, the body starts doing it. That's the principle of creating an intentional goal. Make sure it's specific every day, weekly and monthly. Make sure it's realistic and it's time bound. So I suggest you discuss this with your sponsor. Even the goal, which country would you love to expand? Which country is next? That's part of the goal. And you do it for the next 3 months, 6 months, up to 1 year. All right. This is very, very important. That's number 1. Set a goal. Number 2, prospecting. Remember the 40 man. What is MAN? MAN stands for money, has the ability, and has the network. There's 40 names. We call it 40 man. This is your hot list. Make sure they belong to these 3 letters. They got money, So when they start, they can buy the 3 accounts immediately, and they have the ability. It doesn't need to be network ability or multi-level kind of ability, but the ability to do the business. And network is they have people under them. These are leaders. I suggest you get this type of people who have, groups, communities, and they are influencers, and they have influences to their community, and probably they have their own organization. Find this type of people, write the 40 man. What do you do? Once you get them, again, from the 40 man, your goal is to get 8 active leaders from your 40 man. Okay. Now you invite the 40 man. Number 3 skill is to learn how to invite. Your spills. You can ask your sponsor how to do this. Call is more effective than text. You can share your personal story. Now, there's a lot of great contents in YouTube. What are the scripts? What are powerful scripts to use and to say when you invite your prospects? We've got a lot of that in YouTube. You can actually just listen to them. But my suggestion is you discuss this with your sponsor. For me, what works is my story. I have the same story over and over again. The first iTeraCare that we had, it was my uncle and it was my dad. My dad has a high blood pressure during that time, all right, September of 2021, 240 over 220. And when he started using the iTeraCare, until today, for almost 2 years, his blood pressure never went high. It's always controlled. Of course, this is a great testimony. And a lot of my friends, because of the same story I keep sharing, a lot of my friends says, wow, I want that also, Nathan, because my dad is also like this. I've got an uncle as this. So share your story. Or you can use ABC rule. What is an ABC rule? You can ask support from your active leader, your upline. If your upline is very successful already, he has some results, you can ask your upline for support to share her story, to convince your prospects. That is what we call ABC rule. And this is very important, even in human psychology. If you know that there is like people involved and a lot of people believing in what you're believing, this will add on the confidence of your prospects. So number 3 is to master invitation. Number 4, presentation. Master your presentation by heart. Say it to yourself. I've got to master the presentation by heart, so it becomes very effective. A person that presents from the heart is in itself convincing already. If you present it just from the head or just like mimicking like a parrot, the energy is less. But if you do it from the heart and you say it with all your energy, this has a more impact in terms of, convincing your prospect. So master the presentation by heart, marketing plan by heart, multi-level marketing by heart. Everything must be done from the heart and by the heart. This makes you an effective leader, an effective presenter once you do things from the heart. Does it make sense? All right. Number 5, you got to master doing follow-up and closing the sales. Don't miss to ask your prospect about his decision for clarity. You invited people. Now you got to have a closure. I'm not ready. It's fine. And this guy is not yet ready for the iTeraCare. But if the person said, I'm interested, I want to do it, make sure you do the follow-up within 48 hours. A lot of our leaders does it within 24 hours. And once the person has intentionally said, I'm going to, since I arrived, it's been raining and raining. So we've got this challenge here in the Philippines. Thank you for patiently waiting. So let's go back. All right, let's go back. All right, let me lower your hands. And again, thank you for waiting. All right, let's go to number 5. Now we're still in the income producing activities, which is number 5, and we call this follow-up and closing the sales. All right. Again, the idea here is to ask for clarity. Make sure that prospect that joins and says, I want to do this, I'm interested, make sure it's clear. Which path is he going to take? Is he going to start selling? Is he going to start building? Or is he just going to be just a user? make sure there is clarity, and some of them will just start using, and eventually they'll get convinced, I'm going to do the business. And then you segregate them. So as a leader, as a CEO of your network, you should be able to segregate your people. Some are users, some are just sellers, and some will become leaders and builders. You should be able to identify them as you grow your business moving forward. Is that good? Number 6, and this is the bloodline of your business. Again, this is the bloodline. This is where it's going to get bigger and bigger. Every successful network, it boils down to this: training. And we call this TTE. What is TTE? You should be able to teach, train, and empower. Why is empowerment important? Because this is energy. This is mindset. This is your heart. You have to empower your people, their belief about something greater than them, that this is a mission. That is part of the empowerment. Training is skills. Teaching is coaching them, the knowledge, the development, the experiences, and the skills. But this number 6, this will bring you to momentum. This will bring you to stability of your business. This is the bloodline. This is the fuel that will grow your business. If you've been doing this iTeraCare for several months or probably more than a year, and you've not been doing training, I'm telling you, you're missing out something huge here. It is a training that will explode the business. Part of the training are events, and we know that. That's why I want to see you to our 2nd anniversary in Bangkok, Thailand, because that event will catapult. It will explode your network. It's like a charger, you know. It's going to give you an atomic bomb inside. So this is part of number 6. You got to learn how to do this. Learn how to bring them to all events and trainings and boot camps. This is part of growing your business as a CEO. Are you still there? All right. So then, mastery of the online business, right? Part of the training is to be able to do the online business Zoom call. This is to create faster growth. You got your FB, your Instagram, put on your YouTube, StreamYards, live stream. Some are doing TikToks. You cannot say, no, I don't want, I'm not taking anything. I'm not going to do this. It's part, guys. All right. If you're not doing it, well, it's fine. But I'm telling you, this is our era now. This is the internet age. This is the technology age. This is the World Wide Web age. And we've got this AI. We've got all this stuff going on in the digital world. You got to learn this. You got to adapt to this, because these are the tools that will grow your business. Now, these are skills. Let's go to the next part. And the next part, I think, for me, is the most important in terms of what? Attracting, building, and growing your business. Attracting the right people boils down to this. The health of your organization boils down to this. All right. You've got a great organization. You got a great network, but it's sickly. Why? Because the attitude is just bad. All right. You find these leaders and you know, some of them, oh my gosh, if their attitude is not right, the entire network, the downlines, they become like sick. They don't have energy. They don't participate. You see, the growth is so slow. Why? The attitude is not there. So what's the attitude of a great builder, of a distributor, so that distributor creates a healthy network? Remember, you are the CEO, and this is the life flow of your network. Number 1, that person must have GLLA, good learning and listening attitude. It is very important. Is it very important? Of course. Humility is very important. You want to be a team player, you got to have humility. Persistence is so important. This will bring you to heights of growth and success. Some people, they don't have so much skills. They're not as good as training and this type that has the charisma, the speaking ability. But because they are persistent along the line, it takes them a little while, but along the line, because of persistence, guess what? They become successful. And the last one, gratitude. They are not blaming. They are not murmuring, complaining. They're just happy. It's fun for them. Doing the business is fun because they are living from gratefulness. So let's talk about GLLA. What is GLLA? All right. Good learning and listening attitude. Now, rule number one, your active upline is always there for you when needed. And if you think you're not sure, go back to rule number one. Active upline. So if you want to improve yourself, go back to your active sponsor. Active means doing the business. Active means somebody who knows what he's doing. A crown ambassador is active, of course. That's Miss Gloria. She's my direct sponsor. Anything that I need, I always go back to her, consult to her. Even my direct leaders, they come to me before they go up to the other active leaders. They come to me and they ask for my support. So good learning, listening attitude means is you have the humility to listen and ask for advice from your upline. That is working together. Humility, again, this is very important. You're open for feedback, because opening yourself for feedback, you've got a room to improve yourself. All right. It's the problem here. If you say, well, I've been in this industry for more than 20, 30 years, and I think I know everything already. Well, that's fine. Yeah, we respect that. But again, a lot of evolution has happened. And since you are a downline, you're right, you might as well listen. Listen to this new improvement, this new way of doing business, the pride, the iTeraCare, the energy. So opening yourself, even though you've done it, or you are probably a doctor, or probably you're a lawyer, you cannot bring that here and say, well, I can be successful now because I have these titles and stuff like that. No, you got to open yourself and become an open cup, willing to learn the industry and the business. By that, you can grow fast. And persistence. This is the kind of attitude that even though you're feeling low, you don't like to do it, you don't like the call, all right, you feel stressed, because it's not always the emotion. The emotion, the feeling will not always be as good as every day when you're excited after the event. It can somehow go down, all right, after a few days and months, but persistency. There's this commitment of doing the business. Commitment, like doing it, whatever it takes. This kind of attitude will bring you to success. They always say that in this business, it only requires 20% of your skills. What it needs is 80% of your attitude. The attitude is your belief. Believing in yourself. You believe in your upline, you believe in the company, you believe in the iTeraCare. That is the kind of attitude, the mindset, the belief brings that reality into your experience. So question is, what is your belief? What is your attitude about this business? That will bring you to heights of your success. Now, this is the rule of thumb, the guideline rule. All right. Your goal is to have your new business partner earn as soon as possible. All right. Focus on your left and right teams and make them stable. That's very important rule. This is a duo system. We call this binary. You got team A and team B. Most of us, we've got strong leg, like left leg probably. It is a running leg. We call it the elephant leg. And you're saying, even I'm not earning well, because you fail to understand that you got to stabilize. So if your left leg or left group is strong, you add on more leaders on your right group to stabilize. You start earning the group pairing bonus and the every level pairing bonus. Makes sense, right? And it goes to number 3, start and plan for the right placement and ranking. All right. As you stabilize, I want you to have the intention to rank up, be at least a 3-star manager, at least 3-star manager. So when you go to Thailand, you go to the stage and receive a trophy, at least you are a 3-star manager. Can we agree on that? Some of you even say, Nathan, I wanted more. I want Sapphire Director. I believe in you. Go for it. But at least you and your direct 8 leaders, at least they become 3-star manager. If 8 of your leaders direct become 3-star, guess what's your rank? You are a crown ambassador. That's the point. Very excited about this. Now, let's go to the next part. This is your journey here in your business as a CEO. We've got 4 stages of building your team. Remember, your team is your asset. Your team is your network. This is your business. And you will go through 4 stages of your journey and building your multi-level marketing empire. And this is how it is. If you fail to understand this, you will not last long. But if you understand the journey and it's all part of the journey, it's gonna be fun. The experience will shift from being stressful to becoming enjoyable. So enjoy the building journey of your team. First, foundation stage. Second, you go to concentration stage. Third, you go through momentum stage. And number 4, you go through stability stage. So let's talk about this one by one. Let us understand the stages of your multi-level marketing success, how you grow your network marketing company. Right? Number 1, foundation stage activities. Okay. The foundation stage, this is where a lot of efforts and a lot of beliefs and a lot of mindsets, renewing of the mind, a lot of configuration of your inner self, your heart, your commitment, your why. That is foundation stage. If you fail to do this, I'm telling you, you're not going to last long. Your leaders is not going to last long. That's why you got to answer this question. Why do you want time and financial freedom? Are you hungry for time and financial freedom? Why in many, many industries and businesses and even employment, why do you choose network marketing as your vehicle to become financially independent? And why Thrive International? There's a lot of networking companies, ladies and gentlemen, but why do you choose Thrive International? And when do you want to do it? With urgency. So once you understand why, with internal desire, you own it from the heart, 100%. You're hungry doing it. Once you understand this and you've given all of your consciousness of doing this, I'm telling you, you're going to skyrocket. Foundation stage, get 3 accounts and know your why. This is very important. And part of your foundation stage, these are the activities. Learn the basic knowledge. Remember this, the 4 basic modules of knowledge: product, business plan, the back office, and including why MLM. Make sure you master that and master the 6 set skills. Those 6 sets of skills that I've shown you, this is the income producing activities. Master that. That is part of the foundation stage. As a CEO, you're going to master that. All of this, teach, train, and empower. Master that, and that is part of the first stage. This is where, like in any building, you know that as you build a very high-rise building and a tower, where does engineering and where does architect and where is the focus of all of its materials and structure? It's not what's on the top. It's what's below. It is a foundation. It is the basic. It is what's going on under there inside of you in here that will propel you to your success. So foundation stage is the most important part of your success here in your business as a CEO. So learn how to invite, keep it short and simple. You know how to present in a simple way, one-on-one, one-on-two, or you present in a bigger room, bigger stage, probably Zoom calls. You know your mind. This is part of the foundation stage. I show you this, the 6, skills. This is part of the foundation stage. practice, demo, drill check, training, and be mentored. That is all part of the foundation stage. Second stage, once you master that, once the foundation is laid solidly, you go to the next stage. Right? In the foundation stage, you have to understand you already have your 8 leaders. Now, concentration, focus on the builders under your group. Now, this is less of sponsoring, less of selling. This is more of training now. Concentration means is you have defined your strategies and action. You help and support your 8 leaders. You got to meet them once a week. After foundation stage, you got your leaders already. You got your core team. Remember, build teams and teams and teams. So you meet them at least once a week. You create a momentum, build relationship, mentor them. You can use Zoom calls to do that. And you should also be able to identify the obstacles that you need to overcome to succeed in this business. State. Basically, here what happens is as your network is growing, you have challenges with what? Logistics, shipping, and payments, and growing and going to that place for meetings and stuff like that. This is part of the concentration stage. So in concentration, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of supporting to your leaders, a lot of training, a lot of time you have to spend in relationship and bonding. This is the second stage. Continue doing that. And you go to the third stage. This is where you're going to have a good income. And that's what you call momentum stage. Wow. What is momentum? Well, you focus on sustaining. What is sustaining again? It's training, training, and training. You got to have your own program. You do training, weekly trainings, monthly trainings. Probably you have every quarter trainings, and you duplicate the culture. Remember, you have a program, you have a system. So you teach your leaders, you teach your builders to prioritize seminars and training. This is where you become $1 million leader in the momentum stage, because by this time you're earning well. So you now upgrade yourself, a brand, the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you behave, the way you talk. This is part of the momentum stage. And this is what's happening in the Philippines right now. Now you serve your downlines. You got extra. You share your blessings to your leaders. When I say share, you help them. When they have the BOP, when they have the Zoom calls, when they have, you help them in ways that you can empower them. That is part of the momentum stage, but that is not the it. Your goal is to reach a stage where you are going to earn every single day $3,750 every day, maxing out, and your goal is the stability of your business. Here in the stability stage is you have achieved the highest position. Remember, you have 8 active leaders. Your role here now is to help your 8 active leaders to achieve the highest position too. Now, my sponsor, who is now the Crown Ambassador, she's helping me now achieve my goal to become a Crown Ambassador. She's helping me in many ways. She's helping me and my other teams and her direct leaders because she's already reached the stability stage. Now, by this time, you can have your own office. You got to have your own trainings online. You expand your network even more outside your country. This is a great stage. Building, empowering, and training. Again, in stability stage, it's all about training, 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 and also when you're earning, don't forget to reward yourself. More and more, reward yourself. When I say reward yourself, pay yourself, relax, all right? Fill your cup, because from your cup, that's where you also share from the overflowing of your cup, from yourself, you share that to the people under you. Now, this is how it looks like. This is the graphic illustration of the stages of building your asset, your network. This is your journey. As you can see, there are 3 triangles here. The first one is the growth of your network. All right. On the right side is the growth of your income. And in the middle, the inverted triangle is your effort. The first stage is more of what? Effort. That's the foundation stage. You can see less income, a lot of effort, a lot of beliefs change, a lot of inner configuration, a lot of inner workings here. This is where you really, really build yourself. Because why? This is the foundation. The foundation is you. You are the CEO. You got to build yourself. You got to grow yourself. You got to learn, expand yourself. All right. Number 2, concentration. By this time, you'll be earning a little bit. All right. You expanded your network. You got active leaders. Concentrate, train. And number 3, momentum stage. Wow, this is great. You have got great income. The effort is lesser, but still you're going for training and expanding and mindsetting. And the last stage is stability. This is where we want to be. Great income, big network. You're a training. You travel around the world and your income is stable and you are a testament. You are a brand. You are a testament of your discipline, of your commitment. Remember, this is not just Prive. This is all about you. You're going to make this happen. Prive and the iTeraCare is just the vehicle. You are the driver. You drive this vehicle. It is your choice to step on the gas or you step it less, 30%, 20%. You've got a very fast vehicle. But as a driver, you got to prepare yourself, discipline yourself, focus where you're driving. You don't crush your car. You don't want to hit something there and fail and do this. No, you got to focus to your goal as a driver driving a very fast vehicle. This is how it looks like. 1 to 3 months. As a distributor, again, your goal is to complete your active leaders. This is the foundation stage. Some of you can go 6 months, 8 months. It doesn't matter. Number 2 stage, concentration stage. This is where you're going to start earning well. You support your 8 direct leaders to complete their 8 active leaders. So here, there's a lot of trainings going on. And the 3rd stage, which is somewhere between 8 to 12 months or more, this is the momentum stage, trainings, empowerments, global expansion, lots and lots of training and sustaining. And a year and beyond where you get the network built, you start to travel internationally doing trainings and expansion. This is the stability stage. By this time, you have reached your goal as a crown ambassador, probably maxing out. And the last one is freedom stage. This is what we call, well, I have achieved my time and financial freedom. You've maxed out as a crown ambassador. Your role here to support through trainings and empowerment as a brand, as a CEO to your company, to your asset. This is your journey. Guys, are you excited about this? I'm asking you, are you ready for this? Are you up for this? This is serious. This is serious building of yourself and also serious money here. If you are serious, if you tell yourself right now, Nathan, I'm up to this 100%, and I'm going to do this 100%, I'm telling you, if you follow what I have stated here, very simple, but if you follow it with all your heart, owning this as a CEO, as the owner of your own business, if you own it and do it from the heart, I'm telling you, you're going to be successful here. This is not the kind of business that I would say, I would just want to hype you up. I'm not here to hype you up. I don't like hyping. I even don't like people to be convinced just because you lie. No, that's not what we're doing here. We are serious because why? We are transforming lives. And for me, I find joy when somebody stepped out from her or his comfort zone. This is what makes me excited because why? The breakthrough is not in the comfort zone. All of you listening to my voice right now, do you want to be successful? The only way for you to become successful is to break out from the zone that you're comfortable. If you feel safe, if you feel predictable, if you feel you are in control, that is not where success is. That is not where your dreams is. That is not the place. I want you to stretch. I want you to break the shell. And once you start breaking your comfort zone, the first enemy is you, your body, your mind will start asking, hey, are you really ready for this? Are you going to do this? Or you're scared of talking to people. I'm telling you, you can't do this. You're just an old guy. You're too young. There's a lot of things and fears and doubts going on in your brain when you start breaking out from the comfort zone. Your confidence will be tested. You will have a lot of excuses, and you will also start hearing opinions from other people. I'm telling you, don't listen to that. Focus. Break out from the second zone, which is the fear zone, where all of this comes to you and challenge you. Don't stop. Break it out, because once you've overcome your fear, and the only way to overcome your fear, if in case you don't know, is to do what you're afraid of doing. That's the only way. If you escape from what you're afraid of doing, you're not going to overcome the fear. So the only way is to do it. If you're scared and afraid of talking to people, doing demo, sharing, doing Zooms, all these little things, and encouraging and training, if you're scared, do it. Do it. Just do it. Once you do it, you're going to start learning. That is called the acquiring of new skills. You're going to have the ability to deal with problems and challenges. This is the learning zone. This is going to be so exciting. But once you break out from all the zones, you're conquering your goals, your objectives. You're finding your purpose. You're living your dreams. That is the growth zone. That is where your dream is. Your dream is not in your comfort zone, not in your fear zone. It is outside those zones where you start feeling that you're growing, you're expanding, you're ecstatic, you're living your life. You're so filled with energy and vibrance. That is the fulfillment of your purpose and your dreams. So my dear beloved distributors, partners, this is my encouragement. Again, there is no dream in your comfort zone. It's always outside. So break through, accept the challenge as a distributor, embrace your new self, and I want to see you at the top. Thank you for listening to my new distributors orientation. I hope you learned something today. All right.